Hello everyone, welcome again to Pharma E-Class. I am Priya Maurya from Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. So today we talk about the new drug application, that is also called as NDA. So before talking about new drug application, let's recap some highlights of the previous lecture. That is, in previous lecture we had discussed about what is investigational new drug, what are the various components of any investigational new drug application, what is safety report, what are the various protocol amendments, how the annual reports is submitted to the FDA, and how the review process of any investigational new drug application. As we all know that from the decades, the regulation that control any new drug in the United States has been based on the new drug application. Since 1938, every new drug has been the subject of an approved new drug application before United States market commercialization. So let's talk about new drug application. So what is a new drug application? A new drug application is a comprehensive document that must be submitted to the United States Food and Drug Administration in order to request approval for marketing a new drug in the United States. Or in other words, we can say that the NDA application is the vehicle through which a drug sponsor formally proposed that the FDA approve a new pharmaceutical product for the sale and marketing in the United States. The data gathered during the animal studies and the human clinical trials of any investigational new drug becomes a part of this new drug application. So, the drugs for which the new drug applications are submitted will have already passed through several phases of clinical trials. As such, drugs that reach the NDA phase typically have a high probability of securing a FDA approval from the governing authority. So let's talk about what are the various goals of for filing an new drug application. So the goal for filing an new drug application are to provide enough information to permit the Food and Drug Administration reviewer to reach the following key decisions. The following key decisions are whether the drug is safe and effective in its proposed use or uses, and whether the benefits of the drug outweigh over the risk. Whether the drug's proposed labeling, that is package inserts, is appropriate and what it should contain. Third one is whether the method used in the manufacturing of the drug and the controls used to maintain the drug quality are adequate to preserve the drug's identity, strength, quality and purity. So these are the various goals behind filing any new drug application. So the documentation required in any new drug application is supposed to tell the drug's whole story, including what happened during the clinical trials, what are the ingredients of the drug, and what are the result of animal studies, how the drug behaves in the human body, and how it is manufactured, processed, and ultimately packaged. So after this, the following resources which we have already discussed in the previous lecture, that in case of any investigational new drug application, that will provide the summaries on any new drug application content, format and classification of any new drug application process. So various resources that are used for any new drug application submission, that is CDER. CDER is the Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. So after resources, let's talk about the guidance document. As we previously known that the guidance are the not regulations or not the laws that are not enforceable either through administrative action or through the courts. 21 CFR Part 314 is meant for any investigational new drug or new drug application. As we know that 21 CFR Part 312 is meant for investigational new drug application, but 21 CFR Part 314 is meant basically for NDA and some other requirements which is also included in investigational new drug application. So after this, let's talk about what are the various advantages behind filing an new drug application. So the new drug application submission process is just one phase of a multi-step process that pharmaceutical companies must navigate in order to successfully bring a new drug product into the market. From the perspective of the FDA, the rigorous process is necessary to order to protect the public from the harmful or misleading drugs. So these are the various advantages behind the filing of any new drug application. So let's take an example of any new drug application. Suppose that any XYZ pharma company is an early phase pharmaceutical company that has recently submitted its first new drug application. So prior to reaching this state, that XYZ company invested several of years and many number of millions of dollars invested capital into a series of clinical trials on both animal studies or human studies, or we can say clinical trials. So the result of these trials are among the most critical information that contained in its new drug application and will be central to the FDA's decision about whether or not to approve its new drug product. So these clinical trial progressed in the 4 phases. The first 3 phases has to be completed before filing an NDA. Whether the 4th one and the final stage involves the ongoing monitoring of the drug effectiveness after the product has been approved for the sale, that is also called as phase 4 clinical trial. With each phase of the trial, the standard of the evidence required rises relative to the previous phase of clinical trial, and importance is also increases. For example, the weightage of the 3rd phase of clinical trial is always more than the 2nd phase of the clinical trial, in which any XYZ company was required to perform placebo controlled release, placebo controlled double-blind experimental, which involved the several hundreds of people in phase 3 of clinical trial. So far, XYZ pharma company that has obtained the favorable result from each of the first 3 phases, in responses, that particular company's prices has risen substantially, and then now company is now ready to file its new drug application. Although most investors believe that the application will be approved, there is still a reasonable chance that the NDA will reject the application. In this case, in this particular case, the share prices of that particular XYZ company will readily decline. So from the example, what are the various key takeaways? So various important key takeaways are: any new drug application is an application that drug companies must file in order to request the regulatory approval for market any new drug product into the United States. The application must include detailed evidence from a series of clinical trials, each of which involves the escalating standards of scientific evidences. Although most of the new drug applications are approved by the Food and Drug Administration, it is extremely difficult to develop a drug to the point where an NDA can be filed. That means there are number of hurdles from non-clinical trial to clinical trial. After passing that number of hurdles, any company reach to the point where they can file the new drug application. So if we talk about new drug application, so again, new drug application is a submission to the United States Food and Drug Administration, or if we talk about any other country, so it will be the concerning regulatory authority of that particular country, containing the clinical and non-clinical test data reports, analytical report along with the drugs chemistry information, So the new drug application is submitted by the innovator company to the Food and Drug Administration for the purpose of review of the various activities carried out during the various phases of clinical trials before final marketing authorization to the new pharmaceutical product. So the information contained in any new drug application should satisfy the Food and Drug Administration that reviews that particular application. So the new drug is safe and effective in its proposed uses and whether the benefits of the drug outpasses the risk. So the new drugs proposed labeling and packaging information must contain the appropriate information. So this was the labeling and packaging. This was about the labeling and packaging insert information. Let's talk about the methods which are used in the manufacturing of the new drug and what are the various control parameters used to maintain the quality are adequate to preserve the drug's identity, strength, quality and purity. So any new drug application document should explain everything. So any NDA document should explain everything about the new drug, including the detailed information of the clinical trials and the data generated result of the animal studies, ingredients of the new drug, its manufacturing processes, labeling and packaging information, and how the drug behaves in the body. That means absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination phenomena. So the guidelines regarding preparation and submission of any new drug application were written and implemented in early 80s. So the said guidelines were amended for many times. The NDA shares many common elements with the standard common technical document developed by the ICH, that is International Conference on Harmonization, to maintain the uniformity for getting the registration in different ICH regions across the globe. So if as we all know that NDA is in the queue from early 80s. So what are the various that means in previous era how any NDA file submitted to the FDA. So previous NDA which has to be submitted to FDA is prepared in multiple copies, that named archival copy, review copy and field copy. All these copies contain various information which we will discuss further. But if we talk about nowadays NDA submission is being done electronically or online. So the NDA has total 12 sections with particular specification for each are discussed here. So that sections include indexing, labeling, application summary of that new drug application, CMC, that is chemistry, manufacturing and control parameters. Fifth one is non-clinical pharmacology and toxicological profile. Sixth one is pharmacokinetic and bioavailability, which results are obtained from the various phases of clinical trials. If we talk about microbiological studies only consider in case of antibiotics. After this, clinical data which was obtained from the investigation in new drug applications results. After that, various updated safety reports which you have to submit time to time to the Food and Drug Administration. After that, statistical report and case report for the tabulation purpose and case reports forms of any individual. So the detailed study of these particular points we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.